Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm so glad you're here. All right, we're making magnetic control rods today, or at least the blueprint to support it. And we have some blueprints that we could use to make this happen. So let's use... Which one of these is the one we want? I think we want this one. This one's the most advanced. This particular plan that I sort of have in mind, it is just going to be a wall of manufacturers, probably 2 levels, but then just a wall of these assemblers more specifically, right? Because electromagnetic control rods either go by high-speed connector or by AI limiter. And we could crank these. We're not trying to save energy anymore. This gives us a nice platform to base our build out on. Now this was previously where we were using lights as our decorative, and that's fine. We'll keep that. I might need to put a little light here and then maybe one on this side just to make this connection a tad bit easier. Oh, wait a minute. That one's in the middle. That one's not. Let's get them both on the middle. Okay. And then I think I want to tweak a lot of this. I do want to keep this idea, but we are dropping this temporarily. So let's just undo a little bit of this. Might be a little bit more than a little bit, actually. We want to get 2 of these on the platform. So I like what I did here as far as having the platform but I might want to tweak it. Let's save this as control rod. All right. Then we'll clear this. We're about to hit the autosave. So what I want to do is shift the whole thing over. Then add an additional billboard. And then kind of leave that space. So we'll duplicate it with only a small half foundation of repeated space. But we'll see. We might we might tweak that. But in this way, we'll have more space for assemblers. Yep, I like where my head's at on that. So if we're looking at it here, my thought is that we'll have everything come in from like a drone port over here. It'll go in this way and then come back out that way towards the drone ports for delivery. So that one is correct because the outputs are going to go that way. Wait. None of this matters because they're not connected to anything. Let's just take that out for now. Let's drop this. Shenanigans. I think that's the right placement. And then when I look at something like an electromagnetic control rod, I guess it's more of a yellow. I want it to be green, but green is very much more nuclear, so let's save that. Let's make this one yellow. We're trying to make it kind of like a clean room scenario. Is the brightest yellow too bright? That gives us a little bit more of a base to work on. So I think that's a clean base to work from. Now, what I would say is if we could center two of these. We'll use the nudge capability. I like that placement. A little bit of light on each side. And then... Oops. Then we'll have it in the middle. How did I get this to angle flat? When in doubt, the answer is probably a painted beam. I don't know. It doesn't look as cool as when I originally put it in. I don't think I need it anymore. And now the question is, let's do a quick visit. Do we want to use high-speed connectors? Or do we want to use AI limiters? We could probably squeeze in a drone port for the AI limiters. Near the AI limiter factory. Uh-oh. And we took 0 damage. For some reason, we're stuck crouching. There we go. I guess if we put the drone port by the storage, it doesn't matter because both of them are running towards the storage. Okay, well that leaves us with both options. Trying to decide which recipe to use. The insane solution would be to use both, but we're not going to do that. Let's look at strictly which one's the most efficient. This one we get 8 per minute. This one we get 4 per minute. This one takes 6 stators. This one takes 8 stators. 4 high-speed connectors versus 4 AI limiters. More stators get you more control rods. We should probably go with that one. And again, as I envision it, these will just be on a single wall. But we're gonna drop on this side. So that means here we need to output the mergers in this direction. Put a nice Mark V belt in there. And then on this side, we need a high and a low. And then we'll split going this direction. That didn't feel right. There we go. Like that. So now we have inputs going in this way and then outputs coming back towards the same location. That's one extra connection, but I'm going to leave that there just in case we ever need to connect an extra thing. We won't have to worry about it. The theme here is just going to be clean room, right? So this is going to end up being walled all the way in. We want to leave this side open so we can build it out, and then we'll just wall each of the ends. I think we need to adjust this though. Oh boy, what did I call this? Well, we can change the name now. Control rod alpha. We'll select this rod. I need to move this back one. Maybe I need to move it back one. Maybe not. There is no half glass foundation option. Actually, I kind of like that a lot. If I turn this, I might like it even better. Good old lock hologram nudge. That'll give us just one little half foundation worth of kind of a walking platform. And then we'll add in another one of these on the wall structure. Maybe two. But it's just going to be straight zooping all the way down. Maybe I should... My temptation is to make this glass, but having this in the dark is probably the best looking option. What color do we want this to be? I like what's going on here. Using complementary colors, trying to kind of fill this room with some alternate color. Complementary color. But I don't know. Maybe I do like it that way. I might want the coated version. It's kind of an expensive choice since we basically won't be able to see this. And then I am thinking the asphalt. Have we finally found a place for the steel wall? Oh, what a bummer time to crash. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. One thing you have to remember is that blueprints have their own save mechanism. So even if you just went through an autosave and you haven't saved your blueprint, then you're still going to have to recreate the blueprint. I already took care of that though, so we're good. I suddenly had a panic of like, which recipe are we on here? And then we're going to connect the lighting separately. Oh, we moved this one out. That's what happened. I don't know what color I should make it below, but I'm kind of thinking we need to support it. I'm kind of thinking a bright white is the way to go here. We'll just go the first 4 like this on both sides. We'll leave that part the way that it is. We'll see. We'll probably end up having to give ourselves a couple of foundations of space so we can actually see the lighting under here. So So we were actually considering using the steel wall. Actually, that might work. And then I think we were using asphalt on the top. Then the only remaining question is, do we leave this part open? Or probably not, though, right? We'll have to see. We'll leave that to the actual factory build. But the idea here is that it's just going to be a wall. And since we picked the fastest blueprint, we get 8 per minute. Per click, 16 per minute. So we shouldn't have to double up. Yeah, if we put 10 of these in, it's 160 per minute. That sounds like a good amount. I mean, do we really need thousands per minute? I don't think we do. I think that looks kind of cool. Simple, straightforward, something that anyone can do. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to say thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Next time, I think we'll go ahead and start the build. It's probably going to be a complicated build, though, because we're going to have to build the stator factory as part of this. Pretty sure we've got a blueprint that'll work that. It'll just be a matter of using drones. We'll have to go around all the various locations to find the necessary pieces. If I look at stators, though, we're definitely going to have to deal with some steel. Yeah. So I know we've got plenty of quick wire. Probably the way we go. 60 per minute, though. Yikes. And then the steel pipe, that requires the ingot, and that requires iron ore and coal, or compacted coal, but I don't think I want to take the time to compact the coal. I could make it out of iron ingot. Interesting. It takes 40 per minute to make this, and it would take 2 of these. So we might actually have to make a steel ingot, raw materials to steel ingot solution. Though I think we already have one of those. But we'll probably have to make one that sort of looks good in this motif. We'll have to see. But right now I'm thinking it'll be some sort of entrance, right? And then On this side, you'll have a drone distribution center dropping in the materials. A monolith, maybe over here, making the stators that then get shipped right into here. And then we'll just bring in the high-speed connectors. So that's going to be, what, 4 drone ports? 1 for the high-speed connector, and then we probably need 1 to ship everything out. So that's 2. 1 for the coal and 1 for the iron. 4 drone ports. Then we'll have to go around. Well, yeah, then we're going to have to go around and find that stuff. So that's going to be another 4 drone ports. 8 drone ports and a stator factory. So let's do the stator factory blueprint next. Then we'll build this whole thing. Knock out the electromagnetic control rods. Oof, easy for me to say. We'll see you next time.